bunch of gamers, one channel, and tons of games. This must be Games and Me. Hey guys, we are the Pixel and Polygon Protection Group, and we are back after this amazing E3, and we have been just kind of chilling, really. So, and of course, we have our host right here, Magus X1. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I've been on a hiatus due to technical difficulties, to say the least.
Oh God, what happened to your technical difficulties? I mean, what happened exactly?
Fried motherboard.
That doesn't sound fun, dude. What is it like really that hot in Colorado? I mean,
No. I have a swamp cooler, and my friend said the humidity caused the dust to get wet or something inside it, and it fried the motherboard.
Ooh, that's not good.
So I've been putting it on vent a lot, and I've been putting it on and I'm hoping to get some dehumidifiers.
Dehumidifiers, yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's awesome. Well, now you're back, so that's really good. That's what matters. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's good. The motherboard didn't cost a whole lot, so
that's good. That's really good because, I think the motherboard I spent about $300 on, and I was like, oh man. And then again, this is like a Intel Nehalem i7 chip, motherboard, which is one of the fastest computers out there right now. So yeah, I'm not I'm not actually, hurting for speed here, but so I wanted to ask you, since of course now we're back in another episode of the TPPPG, what have you been playing, sir?
You know what? Back on Tuesday, there's this little game, very, very hyped game called Ghostbusters that came out, and I picked it up.
Now, has it really been hyped? Because I was looking at the reviews for it, and they were kind of, crapping on it. Some of them, at least.
The reviews haven't been negative. They've been pretty positive.
Okay.
The complaint I've seen is that the game is too short, and I have to, even though I'm not done with that, I can see that already.
Okay. Yeah, because my feeling about this is that we were, I'm at, I think about a couple of hours, maybe less than that in the game. And I don't know, it just seems short because it was kind of like walking you through some of the events of the first movie. It's as if you're experiencing them again as a Ghostbuster this time around for the very first time. And it's I don't know how I feel about it. It's good. It feels really good. The controls are great. But I've heard from a lot of PS3 owners that they're actually kind of butthurt because the graphics aren't up to snuff on the PS3 version. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I have. I heard it said that the texture. This is what I've heard. I don't know if this is a fact and such. The texture resolution is better on the 360 than on the PS3 version.
Mm-hmm. Well,
the textures are just better textures.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. I played Ghostbusters on the PS3 on the show floor at E3, and I actually got the 360 version, and I could tell that there was a difference. And it's not like a rumor or anything like that. It's actually it was actually unveiled at this one website. It's actually shown on this one website. I forgot the name. The name escapes me right now, but it's a noticeable difference. It's a lot muddier on the PS3 version. Again, on behalf of all our PS3 fans out there, why couldn't you make this one of the best looking games on the system? I mean, seriously, it has so much potential to earn a lot of money, especially since the Ghostbusters Blu-ray came out for the PS3 and all the Blu-ray players. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And what's funny about that too is the game. It's not like they're ports; they were both developed simultaneously. So yeah. I mean, why not look the same? But then again, it's but you said you've noticed the difference. I haven't played the PS3 to determine that. So
Yeah, well, the way that I kind of could tell is like, as an example, the Proton Pack is a lot shinier and had a lot more detail in the 360 version, whereas in the PS3 version, it was just kind of a little bit more dull. And I call bullshit on, Terminal Reality on this, because they claimed that the lead SKU for this game during development was the PS3, and it's not showing. It's not. It really isn't. And I think, and as a PS3 owner, I'm kind of disappointed, because these are the kind of, these mistakes shouldn't be rookie mistakes anymore. We're like, what, in the second or third year of this generation, and people still can't make decent ports of games across fourth year. Thank you. Yeah, across these two platforms, really?
I said fourth because I thought, counting the Xbox extra year though, maybe. Okay. So, but I mean, it's still been a while though. I mean, we're still well into this generation.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I agree with you. There's really no excuse for it, for crappy ports, or anything like that of any game.
Yeah, any game. Like, imagine if Grand Theft Auto 4 run better on the PS3 than it did the 360. No one would like that, and vice versa. To be even, it's not cool. Even when Grand Theft, here's a good example, right? When Grand Theft Auto 4 came out on the PC, and it was essentially broken a majority of the time, I was pissed off at that too, because I said to a lot of my friends, I'm like, dude, this is like one of the best games I've ever played this generation. And then they're like, you're lying to me, because, the PC version, is like crashing on me all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? And of course, Rockstar gave out that statement saying like, oh yeah, by the way, it's kind of broken. We need to patch it a couple of times, Again, shoddy ports, not welcome.
And it's even worse when the games are when it's there. It's not even a port. It's not even they were both. I don't even consider them ports, because a port to me is like a game that came out like a couple months, before, right. and then you look at it. It's the same. Let's look at what another example of this is, dude. Last Remnant.
Yeah, that's a good example. That's a great example, actually, because like the 360 version is kind of riddled with problems, and mind you, it's not really the fault of the hardware at all. I think it's just a fault of the way that people just program these sorts of things. It's not, because again, everybody has like issues with the Unreal Engine. Period.
Oh yeah,
but there are some people who can work around it and still make it look good.
Like Mirror's Edge looks good with it. I think that's the best looking game I've seen with the Unreal Engine. I remember playing that game and not seeing any, of the issues associated with like the texture popping or the frame rate drops or anything like that.
Exactly.
But yeah, the PC version of Last Remnant was far superior than the Xbox version.
Yeah. And that's sad, because I really enjoyed that game, and just the loading times and the battle was really, really awesome. Like, I really liked it, but it's just too much of a hurdle to climb up, at the moment. So you've been playing any other games, dude?
Let's see. During my hiatus, I beat Donkey Kong Country, the original Donkey Kong Country.
Have you ever beat it before?
No. To be honest,
what?
Not really. No, but you know what? I'll be honest with you. It's a good game, but it's not a great game.
Well, have you heard of the stories about, Miyamoto just totally ripping that game apart?
Yeah, like trashing it and shit.
Yeah, oh my god. Just the stories of like how Rare was like saying like, yeah, Miyamoto doesn't like this game. And I'm like, how could you not? Like, I guess I don't know. Like, I'll readily admit I'm easily like swooped by graphics and stuff like that. Like, you give me like a good looking game and I'll swoon over it and stuff. And and just don't give me the controller, because if it's a shitty game, I'm gonna rip it apart. But like I thought like Donkey Kong Country was pretty decent looking, and it played pretty well, especially the 2-player aspect. That was pretty fun.
It had a lot of it. My issues was in level design, and there were some difficulty balance issues. And I'll give you an example of that. One of the most famous things about that game, levels, I should say, is the minecart stage.
Yes.
And the minecart stage. And here's what really mind-boggled me about this game was you got the 2 minecart stages, okay? There's 2 of them.
Right.
And the first one I thought was a fairly good challenge. It was tough. I died a couple times, I'll admit that. But then there's a second stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was easy as hell. It was very easy. And this is towards the end of the game.
Mm.
So it was a very, very easy minecart stage. So to make sure I wasn't tripping or the other one gave me practice, I wanted to make sure I went back and played the other one, because you could go back to old levels.
Yeah.
And I died twice before I beat the first one. So I was like, what gives?